In The Martian Way, Asimov identified two successive stages in the development of what we now call the new space. In short, it's all about building up a leading economy of the interplanetary world. But it can be achieved only through focusing on space self-sufficiency. Space self-sufficiency is a great risk reducer. It literally opens up the doors to secure investments in space. But what steps towards space self-sufficiency are done today? Space tourism and the colonization of the moon are the two main drivers, exactly as Heinlein foresaw. But what he missed was that the main problem would not be technology, but people. Space tourists are not real astronauts, they have non-ideal health. And all health-related risks should be carefully estimated. Health status should be real-time monitored. And this is what we aim at, in reducing these risks, making them tolerable and controllable. There is a good and, actually, not novel idea on how to detect not one, but many diseases simultaneously. The idea is to control a standard set of the most common metabolites in bodily fluids, which relate to each other in some particular ratios, which are quite stable, at least, when a person is healthy. And when not, they begin to alter, which can be detected as some specific metabolic signatures. The current implementation involves costly equipment, toxic chemicals, and need for expert chemists. We're developing the next-gen analyzer, which has much better performance and reliability than similarly priced devices of competitors. And it can work in space. We aim to identify cancers, diabetes, mental, cardiovascular and other chronic diseases. The device can also be used to reduce the cost and duration of clinical research and trials, and drug discovery, and research and development in biotech. Its social impact will be unparalleled since every individual on Earth will encounter it during periodic medical examination. The revenue source is B2B sales of analyzers. Customers are pharma and biotech companies and clinical labs. Aerospace applications include monitoring of cognitive operational performance, cardiovascular function, resilience to SAS and effects of radiation on the body. All data should be stored and processed using AI by some appropriate service like Data Lake by AWS. The same approach can be used in the accreditation and PRI flight testing of civil and military pilots. The ultimate goal is using this technology in real space hospitals built on the orbit or on the moon. Medical tourism in space was also predicted by Asimov. For sure, it's more convenient to transplant the heart printed in microgravity, also in microgravity. Yes, you'll need to bring ill people to the orbit, but it's a technical task, and continuous health monitoring is one of the technologies that are necessary for that. Furthermore, wouldn't it be simpler to produce protein-based medications entirely on the moon, and then use them to treat patients at lunar hospitals? Lunar industry will be based on biomanufacturing, but conventional biotech is not suitable for that. We need a closed-cycle platform that will deal with varying inputs, and such technology doesn't yet exist. But let's imagine that all bioreactors are coupled with the metabolomic analyzer adapted to the analysis of cell culture media. Connecting it to machine learning data center will enable autonomous mixing of optimal growth media for any biotech process. Like Oregon Trail pioneers, we are frontier explorers, but our journey is spaceward. We aim to build the world's leading economy, in space.